Here we go. I have hit record. It is day one, round one of the next 90. I've decided that for at least the next 90 days, I'm going to document some areas of focus that I'm working on. And for the next 21 in a row, my dear friend Marty and I have challenged each other and accepted a daily upload challenge. So just a few minutes a day of what we're thinking about, what we're learning about, what we're processing, whatever it might be. We're just recording a little something and hitting upload and getting it up and out to wherever, the ether, the internet. It doesn't really matter in regards to production quality. Obviously, you can see that I am recording on what probably looks like and sounds like the proverbial potato quality. The point is for us to capture something and hit upload. So there we go. And I've decided to name my project, because I love projects, the next 90, because that's a nice amount of time to take some metrics, to measure some metrics, to make changes, adjustments where I need to track how I'm going and get some good results. And it's not too big that I'm feeling overwhelmed, like, oh gosh, the next year or 2 years or whatever it is. It's just the next 90 days that I'm focused on these things. And then I'll probably break down that 90 days into little chunks, such as this 21 days of daily uploading. And then after that, I'll see how the system goes as to, whether it's daily or bi-weekly or whatever it is. So the inspiration for this first 90, largely I'm going to focus on physical changes. Last year being mostly in lockdown, and the pattern of my life, which used to be a lot of travel, whether it was domestic or international, obviously everybody was grounded, and I went from never spending more than 2 weeks at home to spending more time than I have in the last, I don't know how long, many years at home. And like many people, I think there were areas that were great, and then areas that were not so great. And one of those for me was physical. So a few years ago, lost a significant amount of weight. I lost around 30 kilos, so around 60 odd pounds. And over the last year and a bit, because of some things that happened, and I'll likely talk about them, as well as the whole lockdown piece, I ended up leaning back on an old coping mechanism, which was emotional eating. And I put pretty much all of that weight back on, all of that 30 kilos back on. And I weighed myself the day before yesterday, and I'm back at very nearly my highest weight. So it's time to take stock. It's time to really focus on that area, because it's not where I want to be. I do want to be fully energetic, have a lot of energy, have a lot of vibrancy for the things that I want to do and go out and be in life. So it is time to take stock. I was inspired a little bit. I haven't really looked into it a whole lot, but Will Smith just released I think he called it Best Shape Ever, talking about, the shape that he's in after Corona. I really liked, he showed a picture of before, which, to be honest, I mean, I guess compared to how he's shown up in some movies, super buff, super cut, he does look very different, but he's obviously still, to me, a very fit looking man. It's all personal. It's all personal. If you look at yourself or feel in your body that this is not where you want to be and this is the gap, then we all have the opportunity to go for it. But I really liked that he also was grateful for, and he made mention of this, that was the body that got me through the Corona times. I don't think he called it that, but that's what we're going to go with. And same for me, you know, even though I felt a lot of shame and humiliation about my physical shape, it is what got me through. And there are worse coping mechanisms. It's not an excuse. It is what it is. And I also want to come from that space of appreciating a body and a life that did support me. I'm here. I'm here to be able to make these videos, to take stock and to move forward. And that's what's really important. So the next 90 days, that's going to be one of my big focuses. So I just wanted to come on here and I don't know if I'm just speaking out to the ether. It's more about documentation of my journey, implementing what I know. One of my role models and mentors talks about in life, you might know something, but if you're not using it, you know, do you really know it at its deepest level? And I would say for me, I know a lot. I've had an expensive education over the past however many years. And I can, with honesty, say I haven't implemented everything. I haven't fully integrated everything because with the speed of life, with the speed of information, things just kept moving. And I feel like as we are now emerging into whatever this next phase is, you know, the vaccinations here, um, things are changing again. Things are going to start moving again. I don't know that life will ever go back to the way it was. We'll see what happens and we'll meet it where we are. I just, it's time to focus on some things. And the first thing that I'll talk about is the physical health and vibrant energy. So the next 90 days, I'll probably be recording some of the things that I'm doing, some of the ways that I'm focusing, what I'm measuring. I am journaling feelings. I'm looking for and implementing habits that become a way to process feelings rather than eating them, and how I got there, as well as the metrics that I'm recording, obviously weight being one of them, but also how I feel, because I don't just want to be skinny. I want to have energy. Energy and vibrancy is more important to me than pretty much anything else. So that is my major focus. Anyway, day one is really about just starting, just hitting record and then hitting upload. And then over the next 20 days now of daily focus, I'll talk about what else I'm up to, what else I'm focusing on, and how things are going. So the next 90, here we go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making it this far. And if I'm just speaking to myself, it's okay too. Day one in the books.